I thought coming in this game, watching the tapes, that what I've seen, Virginia has been the best team in the league this year, and they proved that today. They had a tremendous second half. I thought the first half we did about as good a job defensively as we could. The second half they hit a couple threes and got it going a little bit. Everybody knows that they're a tremendous defensive team, but I also think they're a very good three-point shooting team, a very good offensive team, and they got going in the second half. But I've thought for a number of, at least a couple of weeks anyway, that they've been by far the best team. You look at the scores, how they've dominated people. This is the first game all year that we were out of the game with, it took a little while, but it's the first game we've been out of the game in the last 5 minutes of a game. And I just think you have to give them a tremendous amount of credit. They're a very, very good offensive team and a good defensive team. And, Jerami Grant's hurt. There's nothing structurally wrong. His back is sore. He can't play. He practiced one day. It looked pretty good, but we've tested everything. There's nothing wrong, but he just has soreness and he can't go. So that's the way his status is.
Could you address their job rebounding the ball? They had a big edge inside there.
Yeah, I think Jerami's our leading rebounder. Obviously, that hurts us not to have him, but certainly they did a very good job on the boards. No, that was fine. They had 27 points. We were fine with that. We wanted them to keep doing that. We just got a little bit off their shooters. We just got a little bit back in, a little too much, and we didn't get back out, which we did in the first half. And they got some good looks, and they made them.
How much of an impact does Brogdon have?
Well, he's a tremendous player, I think. Watching them play and watching their tapes, he's having I think he's having a tremendous year. He's a very good player on both ends. He's a very, very good shooter, and he's a good player. They've just got good balance. They're like, we have good balance. They have great balance, and they have a little more depth coming off the bench. Gil gives them a big lift coming off the bench. We wanted to cheat up on Harris, and we did that pretty well most of the game. But the second half, really we had no change of plan. We wanted to play the same way, and we didn't. Our defense just wasn't the same in the second half.
In a game like that, when Harris and Brogdon have done nothing, do you think it's inevitable that at least one of them?
Well, nothing's inevitable, but I just thought we allowed Brogdon to shoot, and we started the game for the whole first half not allowing him to shoot. And you can't allow three-point shooters to shoot. Two of the three games we've lost, we let Boston College get 9 threes in the second half, and Virginia got 7 threes in the second half. And those are the two of our 3 losses. That's really was, I thought, the difference in the games. We just did not do a good job guarding the three-point line, period.
It's 46-42 at the 9-11 mark when Ennis picks up his 4th foul. What did that do to this game?
Well, it didn't really matter because they hit a 3 right away, and when we got them back in there pretty quick, I don't think that was a factor that much. When he went back in, we were still in the 7, but, they made threes.
What do you think of some of those block charge calls that didn't go his way?
I'm not talking about that.
It seemed like a couple times the offense had to reset with about 7 seconds left just because they were playing so well.
Well, they're very good defensively. That's going to happen. I thought we still, for the most part, we got good shots. I thought our shots were good overall in the game. I thought we had some pretty good looks. We haven't shot the ball great in a while, and I thought we had some pretty good looks and didn't make them.
Their MO this year has been quite often to kind of put together something in the second half to take charge of a game. Were you kind of on the lookout for that, or is that crazy?
We don't think that way. We just try to play each half the same. We want to play good in both halves. We don't worry about what somebody else is going to do. We have to play well the whole game, and I thought our defense slipped in the second half, and part of that is because they're that good, and they took advantage of it. But I just thought we slipped just a little bit in terms of our perimeter defense, and they took advantage of it.
Jimmy, you mentioned Jerami in terms of his rebounding, but what about, you lack his scoring too?
Well, he's been one of our best players all year, and it's obviously there's nothing. You don't want to lose a guy like that. We're not the same team, but it's just sometimes those things happen, and you have to try to adjust as best you can.
Jim, have other teams flashed a guard through the center
Yeah.
of the zone that way?
We've seen everything.
I don't know if they've used the big man
Yeah.
instead. Okay.
There's nothing new in this attack against our zone. We've seen all that stuff.
Perrantes hit a couple
Yeah.
three-pointers. It seemed like you were aware of him certainly.
Well,
after
we saw
last
the
game.
last game, so we were going to play him. We guarded him the whole first half. He didn't really have it wasn't that he passed up a shot in the first half. We got him. We didn't guard him the second half. He got that one. One was a long one. Sometimes that happens, but the first one was a little too easy. But it's tough. He's a really good player. It's tough when you don't take a shot for 25 minutes or whatever it was, 28 minutes, and you pick up a three and make it. That's not the easiest thing to do. But he's very capable, and, we knew that coming off the last game. We're obviously more concerned with Harris and Brogdon, but, sometimes seniors on senior night, they press a little bit, and we pushed up on Harris real hard for a while. And, so he didn't make much, but he made he made two big threes. There's no question about it. But again, that's the only thing I really got to say is I thought that I think first of all they're a great team, and proven to be the best team in the league. And I thought in the second half we just gave them too many good looks. We're much better off attacking the three-point line and them getting what they could get inside. We just didn't do that in the second half.
You mentioned the boards, but how much did Grant's loss impact?
Well, he's our leading rebounder. Obviously, it's an impact. We don't make excuses. He's hurt, can't play. Somebody else has to play.
Speaking of senior night, you have senior night coming up on Thursday. Can you just talk about what those two guys have meant to your program?
Well, C.J. Fair, obviously we'll talk about it more when we get home, but Bai and C.J. have been tremendous for our program, and they've been part of a team that's won top 2 or 3 winning programs in the last 4 or 5 years, whatever it is. Somebody told me that. I'm not sure it's true, but I guess it might be. They've won a lot of games anyway, whatever it is, and they've been 2 key guys for us for 4 years. Great players, great kids.
This team is 18-0 at home in conference games the last 2 years. Difficult place to play, or
The only thing difficult about this place is their players. There's no place that scores points. No fans that score points. That's all mythology that we all like to build up. It's a good place to play, but they win games here because they got good players. 3 or 4 years ago, they weren't winning them all here, were they? No. You got to have players, and they have really good players. That's what I think. That's what I see. They got a really good coach and really good players. That's a good combination. All right? Thank you.